You're listening to the PRO Media Network. The next level in entertainment.
You're listening to the Pelicans post-game report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
For all things Pelicans, we are Pelican post-game report on the PRO Media Network. I'm Big Q bringing you in, and joining me via Skype, we have DC chiming in, key Pelican Eye View contributor, giving his dropping some knowledge on us about the Pelicans. And in today's episode, Pelican post-game report number 173. That's right, 173 on the podcast. And we'll be recapping the Pelicans' blowout win over the Memphis Grizzlies, 123-95, with stats, facts, breakdown, and of course interviews from Coach Al Gentry. Etwaun Moore was the player of the game, among others. So let's give you a round of applause for joining us and supporting us through this excellent time. And we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for donating and all of the support that you give. And without you, we wouldn't be able to get as far as we've been getting. So thank you very much. Now, getting into episode 173, getting into the rundown. And our rundown brought to you by the good folks at theposhlifestyle.com. That's right, www.theposhlifestyle, life spelled with a Y, L-Y-F-E style.com. Go there and get all of your natural organic supplements, everything, supplements from all over the body, vitamins, stuff for the liver to clean the body out, body flushes, all that terrific stuff. They also have all natural, chemical-free, and cruelty-free products, personal products like deodorants, soaps, hair shampoos and conditioners, even stuff for your pets, healing magnetics, and everything you can think of. Hundreds of dozens of products available at the Posh Lifestyle. Remember, it's not just a website, but a lifestyle. And of course, with the coupon code, the Sports Coma, you get 10% off on your final purchase. So check them out at theposhlifestyle.com. Now, getting into the show's rundown. Like I said, we'll be recapping the Pelicans' blowout win over Memphis with stats, facts, breakdown. They beat them 123-95, snapping a 4-game losing streak that they had before that, beating the terrible, listless Memphis Grizzlies team. Also, Al Gentry changed up the lineup. We'll speak about that. Sticking Nikola Mirotic in the starting lineup. We'll talk about that. Also, the interviews, like I said, Al Gentry, Etwaun Moore, Anthony Davis, Nikola Mirotic would also chime in. I also have a bit of Pelican news. There's some news that happened. The Pelicans then added a new old face to the team. We'll talk about that. And Ian Clark injury. We'll speak about Ian Clark's injury he had in the second quarter of the Memphis game. Went down and kind of awkwardly and needed to be carried off to the locker room. We'll give you an update on Ian Clark, and also we'll preview toward the back end of the podcast with preview and prediction, also stats and breakdown the Phoenix Suns upcoming game on Friday night as they face the worst team in the Western Conference, the Phoenix Suns, as they begin that 3-game road stand, that 3-game, I guess you could say West Coast trip, starting with Phoenix, then Golden State, then the Clippers. And there you go. So let's get right into it. DC, my friend, how you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm good, man.
Really good. Really
how
good.
You?
I'm
how
terrific.
You
After
doing?
I'm really good.
I'm asking you how you doing, huh?
I'm really good, man. After a terrific win, beating a team that they supposed to beat, 123-95. They even a season series with Grizzlies at 2-2. And you would not think that. You would have thought that the Pelicans would have probably beat this team 3-1 or just outright swept them, but not so. They just happened to even the series with Memphis, really taking them out of there in this game. Now it's not much. You look at the statistics. The statistics show outright domination of the Pelicans. They won every quarter. They shot a higher percentage from the field, 52% versus 39. You might as well average it off at 40%, 12 percentage points better. They hit 6 more 3-point shots than they did, which they shot 44%. Grizzlies shot 31% from the three-point line. They hit more free throws than them, 17 out of 19 for almost 90%, while the Grizzlies were 11 to 15. They out-rebounded the Grizz 52 to 51. They out-assisted the Grizz 32 to 19. They out-stole the Grizz 14 to 9. They out-fast breaked the Grizz 25 to 11. They had more points in the paint than the Grizzlies, 48 to 38. I mean, everything that was a stat that was of really good meaning, the Pelicans just did it better than this listless Grizzlies club. What's your take on it before we hear what Coach Al Gentry has to say?
It's a game you don't want to get too high on. I mean, this team does have the second worst record in the NBA. But like you said, this is a team that we tied with. So it's obviously a team that's been giving us problems for a long time, even if you go back to the last 2 or 3 seasons. So still a win you can be happy on, something to build on till you get to your next snack, known as the Phoenix Suns, which should be another game that you should dominate. If we barely win that game, to me, it would be a bad sign. We should win by at least 10 points or so. So they're moving right along the way they should for the Pelicans to be able to make this final push to solidify a playoff spot. So I wasn't quite impressed with what I saw, but I was happy nonetheless because this is exactly what they were supposed to do. I was impressed with Nikola Mirotic. Very impressive to see him come in the starting lineup and score 25 points like he's always been in the starting lineup. Maybe this is the new thing going forward.
Well, he cut all his facial hair off, and they called him the babyface assassin. So maybe that's more. Maybe that's more.
Babyface assassin. That's Steph Curry's name, man.
We have 2 babyface assassins?
Come up with something else. He ain't earned that one. You can't take the 2-time MVP's name, bro. I mean, come on.
All right. Well, you make a point on that. Well, let's hear with Coach Al Gentry, somebody that is not a baby, that does not have a baby face. Here's Coach Al Gentry.
For this game we did, I don't think it's getting right. I mean, every game is just an individual game, but I thought we did what we needed to tonight. We got off to a great start. I thought our ball movement was good again. We're in the 30 assist category again. That's telling me that we have good ball movement, and I thought AD was very aggressive at the start of the game. Ian shot the ball well. We shot the ball well as a team. We needed to see some threes go in, and we also got up 36 threes, and that's what we've been struggling at the attempts that we've been down really low in the attempts that we had. And so thought we did a good job with the pace of the game of pushing it and still getting up enough threes that we were able to make 16 of them.
Coach, does a wire-to-wire dominant win tonight give confidence here heading out on the road for these next 3?
Oh, I think we had confidence. We just we didn't finish the games that we just played. And even in this game right here, I still think 17 assists for 24 points is too many in the turnover department. And then we got to do a little bit better job on the offensive board. They're a strong rebounding team, but we've got to – I thought our defense was good, but we also are extra possessions, and we're staying on defense for extra possessions because we're not rebounding the ball. Got to do a better job of coming up with the completing the possession by coming up with the rebound.
What can you tell us about Ian Clark and the ankle injury, Coach?
Right ankle sprain, MRI tomorrow, day to day.
Seems like you're there now.
Okay, so we won't know anything until tomorrow, though. Really, he'll take an MRI tomorrow, and we'll see exactly what's going on there, and we'll see, where that puts him. Really.
Encourage a Dollar Shave Club subscription?
No, but he looked like he was 15, so I thought maybe they would give him the benefit of the doubt on some calls at 15,
Coach, did he look like a different guy? What was different about him?
No, I just thought in general, we did a better job with our spacing, our ball movement, and guys like he and Darius and Etwaun, they live off the fact that we have good ball movement, that we do a lot of relocation at the passes, and that gives us open shots. So the way we played tonight is what we have to really try to do, going forward as far as ball movement and spacing.
Was it encouraging that Ian's X-rays were negative?
I won't.
That's
know
Coach
anything.
Al Gentry, man, breaking down the game from his perspective. Also giving us kind of stealing off our topic we had covering Ian Clark. We'll get more into it. We have more information. That interview was, of course, after the actual Memphis game. We have some more current information about Ian Clark and how long he will be out and what kind of injury it was after the X-ray. So we'll give you that in a topic a little later on. But looking at what the Pelicans did in this game, of course, Nikola Mirotic started. He played 27 minutes, 25 points for Nikola Mirotic in this affair. He played really well, 25 and 7, by the way. Also, the top scorer wasn't Anthony Davis. It was Etwaun Moore. He was the player of the game, 30 points for Etwaun, only 11 of 16 shooting from the field, 7 of 10 from downtown in 29 minutes. Etwaun Moore really lit it up for the Pelicans. He had 30 points on the night, so big ups to him on a fantastic night. Anthony Davis had 28 points, 12 rebounds, and 3 blocks in 31 minutes of play. He went to the line 13 times. He was 11 of 13 from the line. And, of course, jrue-holiday, where did he fit into it? He had 15 points and 6 assists on a 29 effort. He wasn't very aggressive, but he did what he was supposed to do from a defensive standpoint. 5 of 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from downtown, 15 points on the night for jrue-holiday. And, of course, the bench, 2 8-point scorers, Sheik Diallo and Darius Miller, both drew in 16 points combined. Ian Clark, who left in the second quarter, he had 5 points and 3 steals. He was kind of mounting toward what was looking like would be a pretty solid game, as he's been averaging over 11 points the last 17 or 18 games. He had 5 at that point, 2 of 4 shooting, 1 of 1 from downtown in 11 minutes before he left the game with that ankle sprain. DC, quick thoughts on the game before we get to the next interview.
We about to interview who? Etwaun Moore?
That's right, player of the game.
30-point man.
The 30-point, that's right. He earned it.
Oh, man. I think it was an excellent game for him. It was career high in 3-pointers for him. The whole team as a whole played real good. You heard Al Gentry talking about the ball movement and them really getting off to a good start in the first quarter. I think they went out and, asserted their dominance, man. You can see the importance of Rondo, too. With him on the floor, they were extremely efficient. Everybody's plus or minuses were in the 20s and 40s for some players. So it's a very good game, almost a perfect game for the Pelicans. But, I mean, they wasn't playing nobody. They basically was playing themselves. It's like you playing Mario Kart and got the ghost going around the track and you're just trying to beat your own record. That's what they did.
Right. Well, I mean, I put it to you like this. Rondo did what you said he done. He finished the game with an unimpressive 2 points, but what he did with the ball was more impressive. 13 assists, 7 rebounds.
Almost got a double-double.
Yes.
Backwards.
Right, exactly. So, and that's pretty much how it went. But let's talk to the man of the hour, Mr. Etwaun Moore, as he break down his 30-point game.
How important is it not only for you but just for the rest of the shooters to knock down shots to get the spacing that this offense needs?
Yeah, if teams go help in and help off them, then make shots. If they don't help, then pick and roll, then Drew or one of them guys drive, they have shots. So just reading the game, whatever they give us.
I mean, just another big night for you. Obviously, one of the best years of your career. What's it like to have these big nights, knowing that you really haven't had the opportunity like you've had this year to kind of put up these type of nights?
Oh, it's definitely motivating. Definitely rewarding. Like all this time, all this hard work, you get the opportunity, and I feel like every opportunity I had, I always capitalize and make the best of it. And this has been a good year, but it'd be even great year. We make these playoffs. So we got to win these next few games and cap it off good.
How important is it not only for you but just for the rest of the shooters to knock down shots?
That's Etwaun Moore breaking down his fantastic game, and 30 points, not too shabby for a guy like Etwaun Moore, to be quite honest with you. So, big ups to Etwaun Moore. What he did in that affair, big time win by the Pelicans in terms of Etwaun Moore, 30 points. New Orleans secured their 4th win, wire to wire. This is the 4th time they had a wire blowout like this. Opened the game on a 10-0 run and never looking back. Pelicans finished the game shooting 52% from the field, 45 of 86 from the field, including 44% from deep, 16 of 36. And 89%, 17 of 19 from the charity stripe. New Orleans scored 23 points off the 20 Memphis turnovers, while the Grizzlies scored 24 points off of 18 Pelican mistakes. Leading by 12 points, 65-53 to begin the second half. New Orleans opened the third quarter on an 18-6 run to take an 83-59 lead with almost 7 minutes left in the frame. The Pelicans led by as many as 32 and no less than 17 points the rest of the way. Etwaun Moore connected on a career high 7 New Orleans 16 3-point field goals. Moore's 30-point performance was the second of his career, as well as his second highest scoring total. The trio of Moore, Davis, and Mirotic combined for 83 of the Pelicans' 123 points, with Davis and Mirotic scoring 28 and 25 respectively, as they just gashed the bad Grizzly team 123-95. Anyway, we're about to go into our first break. When we come back on the other side, we'll get into the rest of our Pelican topics. We'll give you updates on Ian Clark, as well as breaking down some of the lineup switches and also the preview for the Phoenix Suns game. All of this on the other side of the break. You're listening to the Pelican Post Game Report. Stay with us.
Get all the latest news and updates from your New Orleans Pelicans at the Pelicans Eye View, the new and official Pelicans Daily Journal, covering everything Pelicans. Attention, everyone. Get breakdown on games, free agent signings, and potential moves. Unbiased opinions and straight up facts with statistical analysis from G Balance. Go to www.thesportsdaily.com/Pelicans-I-View.
I'm a Saints and Pelicans fan, so the only podcast I can get my fix is The Sports Coma with Big Q. The guy's intense, funny, and they always keep it real.
Check out The Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys.
What's up, sports world? This Big Q from the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys. Talking to you about the website, theposhlifestyle.com. That's right, theposhlifestyle.com. A great website where you can get great products at great prices. They sell organic herbs, vitamins, supplements, water filters for your home, EMF and cell phone radiation protection, healing magnetics and healing crystals, personal protection devices like cell phones, stun guns, and mace sprays, organic deodorants, shampoos, soaps, toothpaste, and more. They also sell 10A grade Brazilian hair. 10A music is available now. All kind of the latest downloadable mixtapes. So what are you waiting for? Head on over to theposhlifestyle.com. That's the Posh Lifestyle, life spelled with a Y, LYFE style.com. Put in the Sports Coma for the 10% discount on your purchase. It's a win-win. So get your mind and body right with the Posh Lifestyle.
Forget ESPN or Fox. Get straight sports talk from the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys.
You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
For all things Pelicans, we are the Pelican postgame report, and we are back. Here, it's early in the podcast, we were discussing, and we played Etwaun Moore, we played Coach Al Gentry, their thoughts on the big win over Memphis. The Memphis Grizzlies 123-95. Of course, like DC said earlier about the win, that we was expecting them to handle Memphis, even though they just tied the season series with them 2-2. And the Pelicans, of course, like Etwaun Moore astutely said, that they're staying down at the playoff race. 4 games remaining of the 82-game regular season. 4 NBA contests left, 3 of which are on the road. The Pelicans face off against Phoenix. We'll have that preview coming up. Then following that, they have Golden State in the back-to-back. So they face the Suns in Phoenix on Friday. On Saturday, they meet Golden State. Then Monday, I think it is, they match up with the Los Angeles Clippers. Now, a lot of those people have the Clippers penciled in, but the Clippers are fighting for their lives right now. They're a very desperate team. They just beat a very good team not too long ago. And they're clawing and fighting. So none of these games, maybe besides the Phoenix contest, because they basically have already, mailed it in. But everybody else is going to be a difficult matchup no matter how you look at it. So we'll get into the standings in a few topics. Let's listen to team superstar Anthony Davis after his 28-12 performance against the Grizzlies. Here is Anthony Davis.
Yeah, I felt good. on both ends of the floor. Got back to some of the shots I usually make. So I was feeling real good tonight.
From a confidence boost standpoint, do you think tonight was a good game for Nico to be with you?
Yeah, for him, Etwaun, both of them guys played well. So going on the road, we're going to need those guys.
It doesn't mean just to have fun in a game, be able to kind of get that off your back. And I mean, is it important for this unit just to enjoy a fourth quarter?
Yeah, for sure. And it was fun. But we got to do the same thing next time we play, a couple of days. So, it was fun to, rest a little bit and then at the same time, get back to playing our solid basketball.
How much did it help the offense when Etwaun hitting shots the way he did tonight?
A lot. And when he's getting in the paint, making his floaters, making the right plays, shot the ball extremely well tonight. It opened up the floor for everybody. So we need him to get going. I think it was a good confidence game for him.
The ball movement just seemed to be back where you guys wanted to be. Was that a product of anything in particular, or is that just one of those nights that things go well?
Just moving the basketball. In order for us to move the basketball, we had to get stops. We were doing that tonight. Got a lot of stops and was able to run. So when everybody's touching the basketball, we don't have possessions where we're trying to go one-on-one or make bad turnovers or bad plays or take bad shots. So I think we did a good job of moving the ball and just trying to get everybody involved.
That's Anthony Davis, 28 points, 12 rebounds, a couple of blocks, 3 blocks in the game in 31 minutes on 18 of 13 shooting from the field. He was 11 of 13 from the free throw line, and they did a good job. He gave a lot of comeuppance from Etwaun Moore, who opened the field, he said, hitting 7 3-pointers. 7 of 10 shooting for Etwaun Moore to help space the floor, help open up everything for the Pelicans. So, DC, let's talk about a few of those topics. We're going to hit Nikola Mirotic's interview right after we hit this topic. Alvin Gentry switched it up after those 4 straight disgusting losses and added Nikola Mirotic into the starting 5, removing Emeka Okafor, who he's been systematically reducing his numbers anyway, to be quite honest with you. He's been systematically reducing his numbers, his playing minutes. And now they moved Nikola Mirotic in there with Etwaun and the rest of the guys. So what's your thinking on the lineup switch? Of course it worked, but what's your thinking on the lineup switch before we go into the next interview with Nikola? Are you still with us, DC? All right, we might be having an issue. We're having a problem with the sound. We'll try to get that straight. Let's go right into the Nikola interview. Here's Nikola Mirotic on his win over the...
It was a great day for me, for the team, and, hopefully we can continue playing at this level.
What was the difference tonight? Was it just a matter of shots going in or out? I mean, did you do anything differently?
I think the last couple of days, just doing some extra work, and like I said before, I just felt that I need to get a little bit maybe easier at the game. Maybe not just shooting threes, maybe get some easy layup and play maybe a little bit more simple, taking some better shots, good selection. And today they really find me, especially in the beginning, and then I felt comfortable and started shooting some threes. And but I think defense, especially when we set a ton defensively, and when I feel comfortable there too, I know my offense is coming. So it was a pretty good day.
You talked about this earlier today, but how important was it to kind of show this home crowd what you're capable of here?
It was very important, especially myself. I was not available to perform well here. I don't know what was the reason, but it was just a matter of one game, and I think after this one, hopefully for those playoffs, I can step up and show my best, and but the most important, it's not I'm just playing well. It's all about the team. It's all about finding the way to play good, and this team today, we really...
That's Nikola Mirotic, man, breaking down his play and speaking about playoffs and a sense of urgency. And Gentry did say this before about the Pelicans controlling their own destiny. They definitely do control their own destiny. And the motto for this team going into these final 4 games is finish strong. 2 words, finish strong. If you beat Memphis. They'll beat the West. There's no doubt in my mind they can handle the worst team in the Western Conference in Phoenix. Then they have a tough Golden State club who's missing a few pieces injury-wise. Then they face off a desperate Clipper team, and then there's San Antonio in the final game in the regular season finale in the Smoothie King Center. But anyway, before that, let's not look too far ahead. DC, the lineup change that happened when Gentry switched out Emeka Okafor, who's been reducing his numbers anyway, his minutes anyway. They slide Nikola Mirotic into the starting lineup. Seems like it worked. What's your thinking on the lineup change? DC, are you still there?
Yeah. I couldn't hear the question.
Question is, Elvin Gentry, he switched up his lineup at Nikola Mirotic and moving Emeka Okafor. What's your thinking on that lineup switch?
Well, obviously, how can you really disagree with it when they beat the team by about 30 points? So for this game, it was obviously the right move. Yes. But moving forward, when you're playing a team like, let's say, the Los Angeles Clippers, I don't think that would be a good idea to have Anthony Davis matched up against DeAndre Jordan, who probably would love to just abuse him in the post, if not more than anything, to make his job on the defense a lot easier. So certain teams, I think it's a wonderful thing. Other teams, I'm not so sure how good I feel about it.
Okay, that's well said. That was the last of our interviews. The rest of these topics we're going to just kind of get into for the rest of it. Of course, the one of the main things that happened in this game, besides the blowout win, was the fact that the team lost Ian Clark. Now, we're going to give you some information from Ian Clark. It's, of course, Coach Al Gentry told you about it. It's a high ankle sprain, and he is scheduled. Obviously, he went through the X-ray. The X-ray showed it was negative, but they're saying that he's going to miss 5 to 10 days. That he's going to miss 5 to 10 days, and let's see, 5 to 10 days is injured right ankle, and he's unlikely to play against the Phoenix Suns coming up Friday. At first, we got some information that said that he should be able to play. Now they're saying that he is going to be out 5 to 10 days, and it is anticipated that he most certainly will not be playing Friday against Phoenix. And according to what Al Gentry said, it wasn't as badly as we first anticipated. So we're putting pressure on his right ankle. Clark was immediately assisted to the team's locker room. I think he'll be fine for what Anthony Davis said. When he's going to come back, I'm not sure, but we need him to get well, get that ankle right. Okay, his X-rays returned negative Wednesday, underwent an MRI, and today to undertake the severity of the injury, which was initially diagnosed as a sprained right ankle. So there you have it. It's just that it's not anything difficult, and he just needs for it to heal a little bit. So 5 to 10 days, that puts it past the window of Phoenix. That definitely puts it past the Golden State game, because that's Saturday. And then he's in jeopardy of not playing the Monday game against the Clippers. So, hey, he might miss a combo of games. We'll just have to stay on it. That's not good news if you're a bench, if you know anything about the bench for the Pelicans. But the good news is, on the other side, despite the fact that we knew Ian Clark was going down, the team did sign Jordan Crawford back. So guess
Instant
what?
Grits,
Crawford, Instant Grits is back in effect in New Orleans. And the Pelicans Coach Gentry and them, of course, had him on the team before he lit it up for him. Good to see Jordan Crawford come back for the rest of the season. This is reported by ESPN, of course. And they're saying they're going to hold on to him, and they will allow Larry Drew the second's 10-day contract to expire. So, of course, Crawford now will be that man. Now, remember when he played for the Pelicans last year, he averaged 14 points a game for him in 19 games. Right. So that's pretty good point total.
I don't understand why we got rid of him, to be honest, man. I mean, we kept getting these 10-day guys. We never really kept any of those guys. I thought Lemon was pretty decent. Mike James, I thought, could have been a good player here, even though he didn't show much.
Couldn't show
he
much.
wasn't
They
really
wouldn't
allowed to play. But
Right.
we've been searching for him since we got rid of him.
Pretty good. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much the take of it. So Ian Clark, 5 to 10 days, he could pretty much miss the next 3 games or more, possibly depending on the severity. We'll just see his day-to-day, 5 to 10 days. We'll see how fast he gets over it. But the good news is it was negative. So that's a good side of it. So Crawford comes back in. We also knows what he can bring, being that we lose one scorer, gain another scorer. But it'll be excellent to see as the team prepares for that final playoff push of some of the things that they can add to it. So let's look into this next matchup coming up as the Pelicans getting ready to take on Phoenix. Now, of course, Phoenix is a team that the Pelicans should have they should beat them pretty much similar to what they did the Grizzlies, to be honest with you. It was just what the Pelicans needed to face at this point. At this point, the Pelicans have beaten this team. They played 2 times this year. They played 3 times this year. They played already 2 of the 3. This is the 3rd and final series of the game of the series, which the Pelicans are up 2-0, and I expect them to sweep this team out the door pretty handily, similar to what they did with
Gentry is
Grizzlies.
familiar with a lot of the personnel there too. Not a lot of those guys, but some of the major pieces were there when he was there. So we should definitely take them. And they ain't playing for nothing, man. What's the alternative for them winning? Why would they even want to win?
Bragging rights?
If it drops your lottery chance.
Right. So, I mean, they're a young team. They're going to definitely be bringing a lot of that young personnel. You take a look at what the Pelicans are doing let's look at the Western Conference standings, of course. Pelicans right now are situated in the 8th seed, 44-34. Right now they're tied with Minnesota in the 7th seed. So any win, they can beat
Minnesota's they're still playing tonight.
So any win that the Pelicans can use right now to kind of usurp any one of these teams, to kind of get out of that 8th and move past the 7th and get from 6 on up. I'm comfortable with that because of obvious reasons. You do not want to match up with Houston or Golden State in the first round. It just won't be those type of games. And anyway, to update
we have a slight chance to move up tonight with this late show we're doing. Memphis is up by 1 point. Minnesota's up by 1 point.
93-92, yes.
Minute and 46 seconds left against Denver.
That's right, 93-92 with a minute and 46 remaining.
Lose that game.
Yes, right. So you've been rooting for the Nuggets.
Kind of sick to root for the Nuggets right now, though. Right?
They right on your butt, but I'd rather them beat the team ahead of us. And that give us an opportunity to kind of move up on that. So hopefully
they right on our heels.
They are.
They win tonight. That's gonna put them back at within a half game of us, I believe.
Yeah. So it's. But I'd rather you say, well, pick your poison. I would have to root for the Nuggets on this one. Now I just got to tell you, I hope anything to pull Timberwolves down, because the Timberwolves will drop. That'll elevate the Pelicans and kind of move us closer to where we would want to be. But let's get into the preview of the Phoenix Suns matchup. Of course, the Pelicans, like I said, they've beaten this team already twice before. This is the final game for them to sweep them on out the gym. Their top scorer coming into this one is Ty Warren. What's the man's name? I think it's Tyron Warren. I'm sorry. No, it's TJ Warren. TJ Warren is the top scorer for the team. He's averaged 19.6 points a game. Top rebounder for him is Alex Len, averaging 7.5 a game. And then their top assist man is Tyler Ulis with 4 a game. Very young team. Devin Booker is not playing in this game. Elfrid Payton is also out in this game. Troy Daniels and Allen Williams are both day-to-day in this matchup. So that's an interesting development. So Devin Booker, they won't be seeing him in this matchup. So this should be quite interesting for the Pelicans to be able to handle business easily against this team. The Pelicans averaging 111.3 a game, giving up 110.7. Phoenix is 103, might as well say 104 points a game, while giving up 113 points a game. Pelicans shoot 48% from the field. Phoenix shoots 44%. Pelicans average 44 rebounds a game. So do Phoenix. Pelicans average 26.5 assists a game. Phoenix averages 21. The Pelicans have 6 blocks a game. Phoenix is 4.5. Pelicans average 8 steals a game. Phoenix had 7 a game. And the Pelicans, of course, 1-1, so they have a streak of 1. So does Phoenix. They beat their team. But that was the first win in 10 tries. They're 1-9 in the last 10 games for Phoenix. The Pelicans are 5-5 playing 500 ball right now. So, hey,
you don't
man.
have an idea what it's like to win.
Right, so it'll be interesting. But the Pelicans do, and then, of course, that win came against Sacramento by 3. So, hey. But this is the thing now with the Pelicans. They're facing down this team without its top player, Devin Booker, according to the injury report, is not going to be there for them. And last time I checked, Anthony Davis has his best games against this team. I mean, in the 2 previous games against Phoenix earlier season, he averaged 30
points and 40-something. Huh?
Yeah, he averaged 38 points in the previous 2 matchups this year. 38 points on 61% shooting from the field. He had 13.5 rebounds a game, 2.5 assists, 3 blocks. Jrue-Holiday put up 19 a game on 54% shooting from the field and 43% deep. And then in 2 games this season against New Orleans, Devin Booker, who ain't going to play in this game, 26.5 points a game. TJ Warren put up 20.5 on his team, 20.5 on the Pelicans. Josh Jackson averaged 17 points and 8.5 rebounds in the previous 2 contests in this matchup. Al Gentry, of course, this is the old team he coached for. He's 14-12 against the Suns. Interim head coach Jay Triano is 3-5 all-time against New Orleans, D.C. What's your call on the Phoenix game?
I definitely think Pelicans take this game because it's necessary, man. This is basically a playoff game at this point. As lackadaisical as they are, I think they do play good under extreme pressure. And it's kind of getting to that point where your back's against the wall and you really can't take anything for granted because you don't know how it's going to play out. I think with the current situation going on, that'll inspire the Pelicans to not fall asleep on a team like Phoenix, like they've done against the Dallases and the Sacramentos. I think they go in there, they take this game, man. And looking at the game tonight, Denver's up by 2 points with a minute 16 seconds left. So they win against Phoenix, we possibly can jump into that 7th spot and we'll control our own destiny of even moving up the ladder, playing a team like the Spurs to end the season to possibly go up another spot. Because if we beat them, then that'll automatically put us over them if everything stays the same and we beat the Clippers.
There's no doubt about it. You're right. When they dropped those 4 straight games, they gave up any chance for them actually, give all of their error went out the window with those.
Could have been in the 3
losses.
seed, man.
That's right. And you actually right now, if Portland falls a bit and struggles in the next 4 games, the Pelicans with 4 wins can climb as high as where Portland is. So it's definitely
insane, bro.
I know it's definitely possible. Nuggets up 96-93 with less than 60 seconds. But this is the reality of where we are right now. That's why I said the motto or mantra, whatever you want to call it, of the team right now for the next 4 games is finish strong. Bottom line. No.
Do it big.
They've been doing it. They've been punching that all day, but now it's time to finish strong, and it's time for the Pelicans to clinch. I mean, to finish strong, they have to come up with wins against Phoenix. They have to beat a tough Golden State club that's missing a few pieces. They'll be without Steph Curry. They're kind of in a tizzy right now. Kevin Durant with his attitude problems and all this kind of stuff is going on. They have a few injuries. They're vulnerable right now, so the Pelicans can go in there and get a win against Golden State. Then they have a hungry Clipper club that's fighting for an opportunity to enter the playoffs as well. And then, of course, the season finale against the San Antonio Spurs, who are a couple of games ahead of them. If they can beat the Spurs, that can definitely catapult them into the top 4, maybe 5, depending on where everybody is, which is kind of up in the air. So DC said he made his call. I'm going to make my call. I'm just going to tell you straight up that the Pelicans are going to win this game against Phoenix in comparable fashion to what they did to Memphis. You know, and let's just hope that the 2-game winning streak that they have carry them against Golden State, the Clippers, and come home against this tough San Antonio club. So, DC, that's the end of the show. You want to add a few quick thoughts before we go? Okay, I guess not. Well, thank y'all for joining us today on the Pelican Post-Game Report on the PRO Media Network. I'd like to thank my guest host, DC, for chiming in tonight. Also, if you enjoy the show, please donate at our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/the PRO Media Network. Also, join our Facebook and Twitter pages for all kind of Saints and Pelican boxing news information period. Why go looking all around when we just have it in one place for you? Check it out. Check out the links below as well to sign up on those social media pages. Thank you for listening to tonight's show. Peace.
Forget ESPN or Fox. Get straight sports talk from the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys.
What's up, world? This is DC from the Sports Coma with Big Q and the guys. Have you ever been sitting in front of your computer screen, or in traffic, tired, lacking energy, feeling drained? Did you know there are electromagnetic fields or EMF waves all around you that cause this disease? Get it? Dis-ease? Luckily here at Posh Lifestyle, you can get your EMF protection. They have pendants, the shell-dyed bricks, cubes, and pyramids. Check out the PoshLifestyle.com. That's life spelled with a Y. PoshLyfestyle.com for all your health needs. So get your mind and body right with a Posh Lifestyle.
Clear, clean, great-tasting filtered water. We're all thirsty for it. But in the U.S. alone, an estimated 2.5 million plastic bottles are added to the environment each year in search of the perfect drink of water. There has to be a better solution, and there is. Crystal Quest, a leader in the manufacturing of water filtration technology, has been providing clean, drinkable water for 20 years. With a deep commitment to providing the highest quality products and excellent customer service, Crystal Quest has been recognized by such leaders as Consumers Digest, Dr. Oz, and Colin Ingram's The Water Drinking Book. Providing cost-effective, reliable water filtration systems for residential, commercial, and industrial customers worldwide, offering our customers the cleanest and most environmental-friendly drinking water at a rating of high purity. With Crystal Quest's water filtration technology, you can rest assured that your water will be crystal clear. Contact our network of authorized distributors and join our thousands of satisfied customers.
Just log into thePoshLifestyle.com. Once again, that is thePoshLifestyle.com.
You're listening to the Pelicans Post-Game Report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
In today's world, children are bombarded with negativity on television, online, and at school. Our kids need to have a positive outlook on life and the world around them. I want to share with you a valuable resource you can use to bring positivity into your child's life. It's the new book, 101 Powerful Children Affirmations, a guide to positive child self-image, from author and dad, G.J. Barabino. This is a simple guide loaded with wonderful and inspirational affirmations designed to uplift young people's spirits. This positive and powerful children affirmational is chock full and loaded with wonderful inspirational sayings that will lift your child's self-image to whole new levels through the awesome power of spoken word. 101 Powerful Children Affirmations, a guide to positive child self-image, from author and dad G.J. Barabino. Available on Amazon. Order a copy for yourself, your child's teachers, or anyone you know with children. 101 Powerful Children Affirmations, a guide to positive child self-image. Order your copy today.
What is big? Big is taking flight. Big is sending back that weak sauce. Big is ball handling that sets the hardwood on fire. New Orleans Pelicans do it big.